My name is Emilie Levienaise-Farrouch and I'm a film composer. I tend to mix live instrument and sampled sounds. Often those sample sounds come from organic material, which can be acoustic instrument, or sounds I will collect from the environment, from nature. And once I have gathered this raw sonic material, I will go through various process and experiment with them until I land with something that excites me or that corresponds with the mood I'm trying to create for the film. In composition, we don't really approach music in terms of frequency, but more in terms of timbre, which is the sonic identity of a sound. It's a bit like somebody's voice. So a violin will have a very different identity or timbre from a piano. Then we think in terms of bass, mid, trebles, and how we are going to have instruments that cover each of those groups. What I find also very interesting is the panning. It's using either the stereo and thinking about where each instrument is going to sit in space. And you can be quite dynamic with this. It doesn't have to stay in the same place. It can evolve within the duration of a piece and move in the space, which I find quite exciting. The progress with noise cancellation technology is primarily exciting. It's a lot of freedom to be able to focus on making it sound good, rather than on compensating for whatever the listening environment might be. Because at the end of the day, what we're hoping is that people will listen to all the little details, like address our music with intent, with focus, and hear all the things that mean something to us and that we've tried to infuse into our music. And in those type of environment, they will be able to hear all that.
The noise cancellation works in tandem with the Meridian sound system to create the perfect neutral environment to experience the body and soul seat technology.
Some of the technologies that I'm very excited about is both binaural technology and multi-speaker. One aspect of music making I think the audience rarely gets to experience is the proximity to the source of the sound. You play an instrument, the sound waves are in direct contact with your body. When you play a guitar, you can feel the vibration of the guitar against your chest, and it's deeply affecting. A profound experience. And as a composer, it also allows to think about your composition in a different way, because when you're working in stereo, which is the way we've mostly been listening to music for the past however many decades, you are only given a left and right speaker and you have to work within that audio field. But with multi-speaker or artificially with binaural, you can think about how far, how close, how high or low you want the sound source to feel like it's coming from. That transforms your whole approach to composition into a three-dimensional sculptural sound object, really.
Engine and transmission noise can be predicted using engine RPM. Road noise is measured and predicted by putting sensors between the tyres and the cabin. Calibrations can also be switched depending on how many people are in the car. The goal is good performance, whether you're in the front, back, or in row 3 if the car has it.
My favorite way to listen to music in a car is as a passenger, because then I can just drift and use the moving landscape as a kind of, it's a film, it's kind of a video experience, and you're just going with the flow and you're just surrounded by music and you can really relax and just drift in a sense, like you're just floating into that landscape in that little bubble, and I really enjoy it that way.